Hi, I'm Lily. Today I'm going to read you a story. Komodo Dragon. Reading it, Level 3B. Komodo Dragon. Okay, let's read it. Komodo Dragon. Komodo Dragon. Okay, let's read it. Two fishermen tied their boat to a wharf and hurried up the street. I saw a dragon on Komodo Island, one shouted. I saw it too, the other shouted. There on the shore near where our boat was anchored. If you heard people talk about seeing a real live dragon, would you think they were making up a fairy tale? A man named Douglas Burden was a naturalist, a person who tries to learn as much as he can about things that live and grow. He heard what these men had said, and he believed that they had told the truth. But there was only one way to find out for sure. He would have to go to the island where the dragons were said to live. He hoped he could bring some back for the world to see. If the dragons were not too strong and dangerous, he planned to bring one or more back alive. And so Burden and his wife and a few friends sailed halfway around the world to a tiny island. Do you think Komodo Island looks like a place where dragons might live? Would you feel a little bit afraid if you were going to explore these cliffs and maybe find the dragon behind a rock somewhere? These explorers felt that way too. As they went ashore on the rocky island, they worried and wondered, would their ropes and chains and wooden stakes that were built into dragon traps and cages be strong enough? There were dragons on the island. They weren't exactly like the dragons in fairy tales. The dragons that brave princess fought when they were trying to save fair princesses, but they were as much like dragons as any creature now living on the earth. This one. The Komodo dragons were really giant lizards, some of them 9 feet long and weighing as much as two men. And their legs were short and as thick as tree trunks. Each paw had a set of claws like knife blades. Their huge jaws were rimmed with teeth that could rip like saws. Although they did not breathe fire, the monsters had yellow forked tongues and flickered in and out of their mouth and flames. They flashed a smell that was worse than smoke. Trapping these monsters alive was hard and dangerous work. Sometimes the lizards would attack the men, then the men had to kill them or risk being killed. The animals that were killed were loaded onto the ship. The two that were trapped alive were put into cages. When the two live dragons were displayed at the Brooklyn Zoo in the New York City, people lined up for blocks and blocks to see them. Wouldn't you? There are no more live dragons anywhere except on the tiny faraway island of Komodo. Then there they still live, but you can see what they look like at the American Museum of Natural History in New York City. They're stuffed and mounted in a huge glass case where they look very much alive. If you see these dragons, maybe you will decide you want to bring back other living dragons, just as Douglas Burton did. Or maybe you will think that the soft ones in the glass case make better neighbors. Today I read the story about Komodo dragons. There was not a real dragon like in the fairy tales, but there was. The dragon, Komodo dragon.